Wie is die guy?
Dat is Thomas.
Thomas!
Ja, hij heeft het nummer gemaakt.
Oh, hij heeft dit liedje gemaakt.
Ja.
Oh, zo,
Oké.
zo vet, man. Lekker, Thomas. Hey,
Jefferson, Fafi, Officer Don't Let Go. Let's go. So this song came together pretty quickly. Jefferson had already recorded a demo with just guitar and vocals. And then I just put some drums and a bass line under that. And then we knew we had a damn banger on our hands. Today we're gonna do a full track breakdown, strictly nerd shit. And for that we're gonna dive into the matrix that is Ableton. So let's start off where the track begins, and that's with the guitar. So it starts off with this little arpeggio. That's then filtered a bunch with some saturation and a little pitch wobble on there. And now it sounds like this. That guitar then gets layered a bunch. So off that same recording, there's a layer pitched up an octave, pitched up 2 octaves, and pitched down an octave. And all those layers are processed differently, so they add another texture to the sound. And those layers together sound like this. And then after that, in the chorus, the rhythm guitar starts playing. As you can see here, there's a lot of chopping going on. Usually I barely change the timing of the guitar because it's just that natural feel that I like in a song. But for this one, it just had to be tight, like right on beat, and to really keep the groove going forward. So this guitar is recorded twice, and then one is panned to the left, and one recording is panned to the right, to add a stereo effect. That's it for the guitar. Let's now move on to the synthesizers and keys. So I played the chords very sustained with an electric piano. And then rendered that down to audio to play with it a bit more. So here's that sound with a thick phaser on it. A higher pitched version that's a bit more choppy to add some rhythm. And a reversed version. I then put those 3 layers together into a group, took out the high end, added some delay, and then made it monophonic. That sounds like this. This is a higher pitched electric piano that's strumming up. On those keys I put a bunch of time-based effects. So there's a delay. And this plugin called Supermassive, which scatters the sound a bit more and makes it really shimmery and wide. And on top of that, there's some retro color and a bit of mid-side EQ to make it even more wide. And to add to that sound, there's another layer that's just texture. So it's the same keys, but this time with a grain delay on it, which is chopping up the sound in really small segments, and I'm pitching that up to make a delay. And that sounds like this. It's really just all ear candy at that point, like really tickling your brain. Underneath that we have a little respace going on. I took out most of the sub-frequencies in this bass, so when the chorus hits you just get hit with the low end as well. That makes the impact way bigger. And next up there's also a little vocal chop. I put a recording of Jefferson singing into a sampler and just triggered one note. And then we have a little synth arpeggio that's made in Pigments. Okay, let's now move on to the very best element of really any song ever, which is of course drums. Before I added any drum sounds, I already took care of some of the processing. So everything is in a group, and on that group there is a drum bus, and that's doing a lot of the saturation and character shaping of the drums. So mixing into that drum bus, you can really take advantage of the crunch it gives you. Okay, we have a really simple kick. And then we have the snare, that's actually a rim shot. And a simple hi-hat. And a little open hi-hat and a percussion hit as an accent. And another little percussion one shot that's kind of acting like a rim shot in the first place, and then it's a secondary kick stomp type sound at the end of the bar. And then to finish it off, we have the signature Fluffy click percussion. I showed how to make these a bunch of times now, and will also be in the next edition of Fluffy Secret Stash. And then in the verse of the song, there are some more hi-hats and some more claps added to pick up the pace a bit and to fill out the high end a bit more. Yeah, those were the drums. Let's now move on to the bass. The bass is just a saturated 808. Nice and easy. And for some stereo, we also have a layer with some chorus on it. And of course with the low end taken out. This sounds like this. And then in the final chorus and the outro of the song, there's another layer added to that bass, which is just a square wave. And then all together, those layers sound like this. Okay, let's now talk a little bit about the bridge. There we have this sound doing the lead. An original sample for that sound is actually just a really simple 808 conga. So it has a bunch of chorus on it, a lot of saturation, compression, all the good stuff. And that's then pitched down an octave to add an extra layer. And then down here we also have this sound. I like that part a lot. It's an organ, layered with a synth. And layered with another synth that's super hyper over the top. I mean, that just sounds like shit, but in the context it works. And all the way down here we have some effects to build tension, to add some little ambience, to add some little accents, stuff like that. I actually sing a little bit on this song as well. Well, it's more just little ad-libs that I processed the hell out of to make it unrecognizable. That's always fun. Yeah, that's it for the production. I could also go into the vocal production, but that would just be me rambling about EQs and compressors for 2 hours straight. But if you're interested in that, let me know. I might make a video about it in the future. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I highly suggest you check out the music video for this song. It turned out really great. It was a lot of fun to make as well. I'll link it wherever it can be linked. And that's about it. I'm out. You.
Walk, 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 never run alone. You're a specific one.